They say the early bird gets the worm, but I'm starting to think it's the night owl that does. There were some fat worms in my lawn last night. I walked outside and started seeing these things dart out of the corner of my eye. And then I look closer and there's hundreds of earthworms on the ground just laying there, and as I'm walking they dig right back into their tunnel. I've never seen worms this big in my whole life. They were like the size of some snakes. I'm pretty sure that they were all above ground to mate because I looked it up and it says that worms come above ground to mate in the spring and fall. And it was pretty warm out last night as well. Growing up, I thought that if you cut a worm in half or like in all these little pieces that they could just grow back or they'd become separate worms. But that's not true at all, and I feel bad for all the worms that I've hurt in the past. They can only grow some segments back, but if you cut it in half, it's not going to turn into two separate worms. I don't know who told me that. They can also detect light, and I kind of figured that because every time I would shine the light on them, they'd go back underground, and then I looked it up and it said that they can detect the light. They sense the light and vibrations through their skin. They also don't have lungs, they breathe through their skin as well. Also, if you ever wondered why they come out of the ground when it rains, it's because that they can drown in the soil if there's too much water. Although most live 1 to 2 years, they can also live up to 8 years in ideal condition. I also found this cutworm, I think it's called. Cutworm is just a general name for any worm that is like a brown moth.